Looking for a new game to try out that's easy on the wallet for the month of October? Check out Terminal 81. The way I would describe this game is basically you're in, well, South America, but I've been calling it Brazil since playing it. And basically, the story of it goes, the economy's bad, so your character decides to go to a certain part of a city, I think San Pablo, to basically find work to support your family. Simple concept, right? Well, the thing is, and this is, how most games there's always a paranormal feel to it, horror game, monsters and everything. Here, it's just the fact that at any point you could get kidnapped, because as you start, you're going to be noticing a really quick concept of kidnappings being brought up in a lot of topics. Funny enough, one of the things one of the characters straight up tells you is, to kind of keep yourself safe, avoid lonely streets, avoid dark areas such as alleyways and everything. In my playthrough, I did not listen to any of that, and anytime basically maybe at the beginning of the game, it's it can be like a nervousing task to explore the dark areas, but once you get the flashlight, which funny enough, there's an economy inventory store for that kind of stuff, but the flashlight's very cheap. Once you get the flashlight, it makes exploring the dark a little easier. But again, funny enough, I was told not to, because that's the quickest way to get kidnapped, is if you're basically in a spot where you're most vulnerable, no one can see or help you. And yeah, before you do any of that kind of exploring, you do have a job you have to kind of maintenance. Nothing too crazy. You're legit just running a grocery store, and it's as simple as just grabbing the item, scanning it, bagging it, taking their payment, and that's it. It can seem a little nervousing at first because a lot of customers show up, but once you get the rhythm of it, it's a really easy and chill concept. Again, though, the funny thing is things can always change. Like, yeah, one moment you're helping a customer, you're keeping people from shoplifting. Next thing you know, someone's going up to you and saying, hey, I heard you've been exploring about the kidnappings, or someone will basically ask for help because they think they're being followed. And all these changes, basically what you decide to say to them does affect the overall gameplay. It's not going to be just like a one-sided thing. It'll be, yeah, you either ignore the person telling you because, my dumbass actually didn't even really listen to that part. They were pretty much, I barely even talked to two people about the kidnappings, but someone already straight up says, you've been asking about the kidnappings. So what I did instead was, I don't know, believe the guy, even though the way he was talking was extremely weird. And yeah, I'm not going to spoil what happens, but I almost thought I got a game over screen from basically trusting the wrong people. Meanwhile, the one person I didn't trust was actually someone I should have, because, again, no spoilers, but something does happen to him. And yeah, going back on the topic of exploring, this what you're currently watching had nothing to do with the main story, but it was a quick, easy trophy because I apparently found an abandoned church covered by barbed wires, and part of me assumed this is where all the people are being held or something. Nope, it's I guess ghosts. That's the best way I can describe it. I guess I ran into an incident with talking to a ghost, because it took me a while to process when I thought it was just some old man just chilling here, but nope, ghosts. But yeah, I don't think just working and trying to figure out the kidnappings is all you do. Again, you do get rewarded for exploring. If you're very curious and imaginative, which I'm just going to tell you this now. For those of you that think you can climb on certain boxes, cars, and jump over walls, you actually can. And if you bring the right tools, you'll actually get more lore as to what's going on in the city. So you actually do get rewarded for being explorative. I was assuming the opposite. There's also a fair where you can play some games, and yeah, again, this game has a lot to, it has a lot to offer, but for $5, the game can if you know what you're doing, or if you know what you're doing and whatever, or you're just trying to speedrun it, it can take you a playthrough of roughly 2 to 4 hours. And again, there's multiple endings because, well, depending on your choice, it can affect how everything ends. But yeah, definitely check out Terminal 81. It's on PC. It's on Steam, of course, PlayStation, Xbox. Actually, pretty much it's practically on everything, even the Switch. So again, pretty cheap game if you want to try out something new that's not based off ghosts, demons, something like that, paranormal, something a little more realistic for your tastes. Definitely check Terminal 81. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later, everyone.